ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday. I hope that you guys had a good week and that your weekend has started well as well. I can see you guys in the live chat room. Hello to all of you in there. I'll give you a quick shout out. We have Alison, Pamela, Diamond Girl 1234, Rose, Karen, Tammy, Dwayne in there as well, Mo, Teresa, Cindy 1313, Angela, Laugh Out Loud Can or LOL Can, and now it's gone through the top of the screen. But yeah, thank you for joining me tonight, guys, and I will get the names of my patrons up on screen immediately because they make this all possible in the first place. You guys know who you are. Without these lovely people, we wouldn't be doing anything. I wouldn't be doing these live streams or any analysis videos or anything else that I do get up to, including the side project that I have going on at the moment. So Yes, we have now passed 521,000 subscribers. I believe, did I update this? Yes, I did. So it's an amazing number. Thank you guys for subscribing. And we were caught on 520,000 subscribers for a very long time. But I think that's due to something else that I was mentioning at the time, my side project. But now things seem to be moving forwards a little bit more naturally. So yeah, 521,000, which is amazing. We'll keep on pushing forward and see where we end up. But it's certainly just a great number to have where we are at 521,000. I mean, it is ridiculous when I say the number, so I don't really think about it too much. Because, it's a bit mind-blowing to think of that many people checking out the channel, watching videos. But I'll keep on going as I started, really, which is one person requests a video, and then I do an analysis of that video. And I think some people may not necessarily appreciate that that's how simple it is. It's just that a few more people are watching then, alongside the one person who has requested the analysis. So yes, let's get everything else up on screen. The likes goal for tonight, which is 360, I do believe. So if you guys can hit the thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated, because then we will have a Fill Jam at the end of this live stream. And it's going to be Fill Jam number 310. So let me get the likeometer up on screen as well, because we are currently at 189 likes. If you could leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be fantastic. And it means that we're looking for 170 more people. So there's the maths done. It's always better, and I think maybe that there's an excuse to try and leave it on the 0 at the end of the number, because then it's easier for me to figure out. When it ends in a 5, it all gets a little bit confusing. But yes, there we go, over 200 likes. So a very good start to tonight's live stream, and thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up so early on. We just have a few more people to get involved by the end of the live stream. We'll bust out the guitar, have a jam, and see what happens. So the last thing we get up on screen is the donations tab, because you don't have to donate. Just watching is great. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing and hitting the thumbs up. And for those people that do donate, even though you don't have to, it is very much appreciated. And I think that it's important they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the Super Chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which is in the description below. But yeah, you don't really need any of those things. So now, moving into tonight's live stream, a few things to talk about. Probably the first thing that I should mention is that at the end of the last live stream, I said that there was some merchandise, or over on the Dashery store, there's some merchandise that had the old logo on there. Now, the only problem with that is I went and checked that out, and this is something that Dashery did without me telling them to do it. So what they've done is go on to one of my sites, or maybe, I don't know where they would have got that old logo from, but they've just taken a picture of the logo and put it on merchandise. Now, the only problem with that is that it's not a high-res file that they're working with, so it's potentially not going to... And we'll put on this. And now I'm waiting for the YouTube thing to start up again. So we're going to see if the feed then comes through. I don't know if now the feed is coming through or not, but on my screen, YouTube just went kaput. So my streaming signal was fine, but the screen was just blank. So I don't know what you guys were seeing throughout that whole period. I don't know how long that went on for. So maybe you guys can let me know how long we missed, because yeah, on my screen, everything, just suddenly went black, but I was still streaming. It was still fine. So that might have just been a YouTube issue there. But how... Oh, Cindy says a really long time. Okay. So I was talking about the merchandise and how they'd taken the merchandise. Let me skip this advert as well. They're taking the merchandise without... they're taking the logo for the merchandise on the Dashery store without asking me first, and they took the old logo, and the old logo, obviously they're getting it from the internet, so it's a low-res version of the logo, and they kind of stretched it a bit horizontally or wherever they got it from. It wasn't the right aspect ratio for the logo, so that was on some of the items that some people might have bought on the Dashery store. So it means that the logo might not be of the highest quality on the items. So, and I said that if anyone has bought the old logo on any of those items, it's going to be like a collector's item, because it's not going to be available anymore, because I've now replaced it with the high-res version of the logo. So yeah, and I said a few minutes ago that if they had asked me first, then I would have said, well, let me give you the high-res version of the logo, and then I explained that actually I didn't have the high-res version of the logo, and I had to, not that they were asking me, this is something that I've done. I thought, well, I'm going to upload it myself, and yeah, it just means that I had to redo the logo, which took quite a lot of time, but I got there in the end, and now you have the high-res old logo merchandise that is on Dashery store. And yeah, don't worry if you bought the other older version, you've just got something that is, like I said, it's a rare thing, a collector's item, because that low res stretched out logo is something that Dashery did themselves. And I understand why they did it, because they obviously thought, oh, we could get more sales by putting on the old logo. But yeah, it's a shame that they didn't get in contact with me first, because I would have said, look, that's going to be not the highest quality. I can send you the official logo. Of course, yeah, when I was trying to find the logo, the high-res version, I just couldn't find it anywhere. And it's because it was so many years ago, because now the logo's changed. The old logo, I just had to kind of redo it again and make it a transparent PNG, and get the wings of Pegasus at the top and select all the background to make it see-through, but then not delete the Pegasus or the rocks or the moon and stuff in the background. So that was interesting. So yeah, rest assured that if you do buy any of the merch over on Dashery, and there's a link in the description below, if you go for the old logo, which you will now see there as well, then yeah, that's all going to be nice and crisp when you then receive the items. So I'm keeping an eye on the live chat room to see if we are still connected. My feed is working. I can see myself in the past moving around and saying things. So it means that at least here, my feed is still working, going through. It says live, it's still counting through. It's just a bit of a random interruption that we had, unfortunately. So looks like a lot of people are now saying that they can see it and it's all fine and working, so that's good. I will keep on we'll keep on going into the live stream for the next just under an hour, and hopefully it won't disconnect and we'll stay connected the whole time. So right, that was it, the merchandise. That's what I wanted to mention first of all. Hopefully everybody knows that now. You can go to Dashery store and it's going to be high quality imagery and crisp and all that stuff. Now, next. Oh, here's another big thing. Fans of Taj Farrant, and Taj is a friend of the channel, as long-time viewers will know. When did I speak to Taj first? I first featured Taj when he was 9, and yeah, that was many, many years ago. And yeah, Taj has been, playing loads of gigs, getting out there in the USA, and he moved from Australia to the USA, doing loads of gigs there, and he is coming to the UK for the first time ever, and this is going to be happening in May, which very exciting, and just to meet up with Taj will be great. And I have spoken to Brandon, Taj's dad, about doing an interview on the channel, because that's probably something that we'll do just to bring attention to the fact that Taj is going to be playing here in the UK. And yeah, just kind of mention the dates and let people know about it. So yeah, that's going to be great. And now with Taj, and I know that what was it, a year ago, maybe even longer than that, we were going to try and do something over in the USA when we were going to play as part of the same show, I think it was, that we were going to be doing together. So it wasn't really a gig, it's more of a recorded performance type thing. But then yeah, it was just too short notice with figuring out visas and me figuring out a visa, being in the UK, going over to the USA. So we have always said that at some point we will be able to get together and potentially do something live when our paths cross, and this is very much an opportunity to do that. So yeah, I've spoken with Brandon, and it's most likely, we'll see what happens. Nothing has been decided yet, but Taj will be in London on the 3rd of May, meaning therefore I will be in London on the 3rd of May, and there might be some, some joining of forces, but there might not be, but I'll definitely be there. More than likely there will be some joining of forces. So yeah, it would be really cool to play with Taj live, and it is something that we've been saying that we'll do for a very long time, but also just meet up and say hi to Taj and Brandon in real life, because he's been on the channel multiple times, but we've never actually, because we obviously live so far away from each other, we've never been able to meet up in real life. So I'll keep you guys in the loop about that. But if you are in the UK, or if you're going to be in the UK, then I'll tell you what, let me bring this up on screen so you guys can check it out. Let me try and screen grab this. Here we go. So this is the Chapter 1 Tour 2026, UK and Europe. And here we have the, May 2026. And the 2nd, it'll be in Nottingham, London the 3rd, and then York on the 6th, and Manchester the 7th, and Bristol on the 10th. So yeah, people in the UK, look out for that. Or if you are in the UK, look out for that. And you can check out Taj live. So very much looking forward to that. Let's get rid of this and this, but you guys will probably see Taj on the channel with me in the near future, because we'll be chatting about that and see exactly what's going to go down. Right, now, Howard says already, I will be in the UK in May 3rd. There we go, so we've already got a crossover from Howard and the live stream crew. One member at least can potentially be there. Yeah, that's great. And Liz says, I saw Taj February 28th. He's excited to see you. Well, I'm excited as well. It should be cool to meet up, and yeah, maybe just bust out the guitars, have a jam in very much the same way that we have a jam on the live streams. We'll just see what happens. And yeah, it's very much obviously Taj's tour and his show, so whatever is required, or then I'm more than happy just to do whatever Taj requires, or or Brandon is happy with. So yeah, we will see. And Angela says Taj will be in Boston in 2 weeks. Saw him last year. Great show. Thank you for that. I think we have a lot of Taj fans on the channel, or people that maybe saw my interview or the first analysis video that I did many years ago, and have always kind of kept up with what Taj is doing, as I have. And yeah, it's great that he's going to be coming over to the UK and Europe. So Rose says, is that a new Ibanez guitar? No new guitars, so I don't know whether you're looking at the Gem. There's my Geo, which is out of shot. You wouldn't be able to see that anyway. In the background here, we have the Mugabe. So yeah, it's not that one either. So no new guitars. Right, now let's just try to keep everything organized with that announcement with Taj. Exciting stuff. But we will also mention at the top of the live chat room, of course, we've got the vote for tonight's cover video. That is between Free Fallin and Parisian Walkways. So whichever one of those you want to hear my version of at the end of the live stream, then you can have your vote there, and yeah, we'll see which one of those wins out. It's going to Free Fallin. I think Free Fallin is one of the most voted for videos, and I don't think has it ever lost to any other song. I'm not sure whether it has ever lost to another song or not. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that, but it is relatively close, 53% of the vote, so Parisian Walkways is still in with a chance. Right, now I'm just having a look through. We will jump into, by the way, the donations, so thank you guys for those. In fact, I have moved it to have it in front of me here, and that might be a big mistake. Let me move this out the way, because usually I have it over here on another screen, but then sometimes the microphone is in the way and it's a bit of a pain to read it out. But then I thought, well, because I've now got the Patreon backing track thing on the laptop, I thought, well, I should have more space over here to work with. So I will jump into any PayPal donations and the super chat window. But somebody said, I've lost where it was now, but they said, was it going to be a chat or a live performance? So most likely what's going to happen is I'll be chatting with Taj on the channel in the form of a video, but then the live performance will actually be, look at the lycometer, it's going wonky. Sort that out. But yeah, the on the 3rd of May, was it? I've forgotten when it was already. But let me just double check, because yeah, it is the 3rd. On the 3rd, that is a live performance. So Taj is going to be performing live, and we have said for a long time that we want to play live together. So that is probably a good opportunity to do it. So that isn't going to be me going and doing an interview with Taj. It's potentially going to be me and Taj playing on stage, or like I said, just doing whatever Taj wants me to do. I'm quite happy just to supply some rhythm guitar or backing vocals, who knows. So yeah, we will see, but we'll probably discuss it all when I chat to him on the channel, so you guys will be able to find out then. Anyway, it's all kind of speculation as to what we'll get up to. So right, let me skip that advert that's trying to get involved. Right, so moving forward with tonight's live stream, we've mentioned, I've got to mention this other thing as well. So now this is going to be rather entertaining for many people. Yesterday, right, actually, let me give a bit of background. So you guys might know, you might not know, that many years ago in another life, I played quite a lot of football. And I started playing when I was maybe 11 years of age, and I got to quite a decent level of playing football. And at the age of 20, maybe 21, probably 20, I gave up football, and it was all getting a bit serious, and I was playing at, like I said, quite a decent level, but I wasn't really enjoying it, and I was just enjoying music much more, and playing the guitar and practicing playing the guitar. So yeah, I actually started my first band, like cover band, at 19, and I realised, actually I'm enjoying this a lot more than football. So yeah, I decided then to give up football at age 20. Now, what I did as well, when I was maybe 21 or 22, I was a qualified referee, believe it or not. So it means that I would now officiate matches. And the theory behind that, I was still, into football. I'd only been out of it for like maybe a year or a year and a half. And I thought, what can I do? And I thought, well, referees, they get paid to referee matches. And I've been playing football quite a long time. So I got qualified as a referee, which means that you do, I can't remember how long it was. It might have been 8 weeks. It might have been longer than that. So you do a course, and it's like any course that you do. You complete your 8 weeks, and then you have a final exam. And was there one exam or two exams? I think there was only one. But yeah, you have your exam, and then you either pass or you don't pass. So it means that or you pass or you fail. and they test you on all of the laws of the game. So you've got to like learn every single law that there is, obviously being a referee. So you got to know exactly what happens and all of the really weird scenarios, such as, say, for example, a striker's running through and they shoot at the goal, and then a defender jumps and hangs onto the crossbar to head it away. You've got to know what to do in that situation. That's not allowed, by the way. You can't use any of the on-field apparatus to gain an advantage, such as hanging off a crossbar and stopping a goal. So yeah, I won't get into explaining rules, but anyway, long story short, it means that because I've had that experience, and I was very much into football for very many years. That's really kind of my life from the age of 11 to probably 19 or 20. It means that when I am watching football, I'll see things that I think, well, what the referee has said there isn't technically correct, or the decision that they've come to. And I'm talking about the most watched league in the world, the Premier League, where referees are making incorrect decisions. And yesterday, as sometimes happens, I was talking to my dad, and my dad was mentioning this particular decision that was a bit ridiculous, and then I was agreeing with the decision, and then because my dad knows the knowledge that I've got, and my dad was a qualified referee as well and played football at a high level as well. He knows what is correct and what is incorrect. So he said to me, "Oh, it's so annoying," and I feel this frustration watching the most watched league in the world, which we have, the Premier League, and decisions being made incorrectly. And we don't even support any of the teams. It's just something that's really frustrating. So we've always said, well, but what can you do? And then my dad said, well, just do a video, or make a channel and do a video just showing why it's wrong. And I thought, well, it wouldn't take me that long to just set up a channel and do a quick video of showing. And I guess this is where my analytical nature comes in, because I thought, well, it's not going to take that long to just explain and show the rules and how what we're looking at is not what the rules are. So it's basically just showing objectively that referees need a little bit more training, or I don't know how to put it. But it's a really common thing that pops up about refereeing decisions that just frustrating to watch or hear. And like I said, it's not even as a fan of a particular team. So anyway, long story short, yesterday I thought, okay, well, I'll do it. So I very quickly, because I know how to do all this, I very quickly set up a channel. And I thought, well, nobody's going to watch it, but at least if at some point somebody wants to know what the correct decision should have been, there'll be a video that is explaining it. So I did that yesterday, did a quick 10-minute video showing the laws of the game, and then the footage of what was, I guess, the debated point at the time, or certainly what me and my dad were talking about. So then, I did that. Fine. And, it's not something that I'm seriously thinking of doing. It was just something to put up the correct answer for anybody that wanted to know. So, and obviously setting up a new YouTube channel. There, 0 subscribers. And I just thought, well, nobody's going to watch it, but it's there just in case people want it. And then, today I looked at the shorts video from the video that I did, and that had over 1,000 views, which was, a big surprise to me. But by the way, for those people that are getting excited about me not doing analysis videos now on music or performances, unfortunately, I'm still going to be doing what I do on the channel. I haven't switched to now being an expert on refereeing decisions, but I was just surprised that that many people have watched it just overnight. Now, the other really interesting thing is, I think because of just what I do here, I'm just doing my videos and I don't necessarily take in the amount of people watching or how many people might know my voice, because in this video it's just me talking over the decision. And somebody commented and said, why is somebody using Phil from Wings of Pegasus to do the voiceover? It's something along those lines. So I thought, oh wow, I set up this channel that has 0 subscribers and somebody knows that it's my voice. So yeah, I thought, how's that happened? Because I just thought that this channel would sit there unwatched, and you know, there are millions, if not, well, billions, maybe millions of channels that, you know, are there and, you know, just sitting in the middle of space and nobody's really watching them. But yeah, this particular video, somebody who obviously watches my channel here could recognize my voice doing this voiceover. So anyway, yeah, that is something that again, because football was such an interest of mine, and me having a background as a referee, I thought, yeah, it's exactly the same as music, really. If I see something that people are getting wrong, and something that I can objectively prove is not correct, it's something that doesn't sit well with me, and I have to at least do something so that people can refer to the correct answer, or they actually have an objective truth that is backed up. In this particular case, because I know all of the rules and had to study it, it means that I know for a fact that what was being decided in like a big match in the biggest, the most watched league in the world, if I know that decision is incorrect and I can prove it objectively, it is very difficult for me to stay quiet about it. So yeah, that's why I did that, not realizing anybody was going to watch it, let alone somebody recognize my voice. So yeah, that's what that was. And yeah, I did see somebody go through, say, oh, what's the name of the channel? Now, just to prepare you, that was Melody Rock, said, what's the channel called? Just to prepare you, I'm not planning on doing lots of content for that channel. So it probably, if it's something that is, you know, in the news here in the UK, a particular decision that they have got wrong, then I will just quickly point it out. And you know, it's not like the videos that I do on this channel. It's not going to be, you know, 15 or 20 minutes worth. It's just going to be me talking over a screen, just showing people what the rules are, and just pointing to the rules as well, because that's what I did in the video. Just showed how yeah, it was fundamentally incorrect and objectively incorrect as well. So yes, I will. By the way, so the channel is called, and I have to explain this, in the UK there's something called VAR, which is the video assistant referee, where if there's a decision on the pitch that the referee has missed, or if the referee makes a decision that is incorrect, then VAR, a guy like me, not like me, but a qualified referee, is sitting there looking at screens. And sometimes they're miles away in a different place, but they're looking at screens of the game, and they're looking at different angles, slow motion, and they're deciding on the decisions and whether they have to be changed. So that's called VAR, and people get really annoyed with it, because even the referee sitting at it, watching it over and over again, first of all, takes 12 years to decide. So everyone's sitting in the stadium, and the players are just standing waiting for the decision to be made. So yeah, the person watching it is still coming to the wrong conclusion. And again, that's frustrating that they don't really know what they're looking at or how to apply the law. So yeah, it's called VAR. And my channel, I named it, I called it Very Average Refereeing. So it's VAR, and that's what it's called. And it's just got a referee in a yellow top with the VAR holding a book, and he's looking very confused. So yeah, there won't be many subscribers to that particular channel, and yeah, there's not going to be any. If you're looking for regular content, you're not going to see it. But if there is anything there, you'll know that it is me. Just looking at, I think more often than not, it's going to be if my dad mentions something to me, says, "Oh, you won't believe the decision that I saw," and then if people need to know the correct decision, what it should have been, then I'll upload it. And yeah, it's I guess because of my history of playing so much football and being a referee, it is something that I take an interest in. And like I said, it's very difficult for me to leave that alone when I can see that incorrect things are happening and people aren't necessarily getting the decisions that they should be, especially for their team. This is the other problem. The Premier League, you can lose millions by being relegated because of a decision that is objectively and inherently wrong. So yeah, it's very difficult to watch that and say, well, no, hang on, that's incorrect. You know, I always say about honesty and integrity and transparency. I look at everything like that. So if I see something going wrong, especially with something that I have quite a lot of knowledge about, that is other than music, playing football and being a referee, then yeah, I am going to call it out. So that's exactly what I did, thinking nobody would watch it. So that was it. You guys, if you head over there, then yeah, you can see that one video that you recognize my voice. You'll see that one video that I've done. There's maybe a short, maybe a couple of shorts videos there, but it's just on that same video. So yeah, if anything happens in the future, it's just me loading up something, talking over it, and then uploading it to YouTube. So Totoro Polka says, so you are an accredited football referee. So what happens is I was, but it goes for the year. So generally you have to pass your exam for the first year, obviously, to become a qualified referee. And then every year, and this is something that I didn't do, every year you have to just register again. But you've already passed the exam, you're already qualified. So if I had registered for every year that I've been a referee, or that I passed, it means that I would still be a qualified referee. But obviously I'm not seeing that as something that I want to do for a career. It's music is what I did. And I then started teaching guitar, I think the age of 22. So it might have been between the age of 20, me giving up football and then doing refereeing, then teaching guitar at a music shop. So it was probably just in that transition of giving up football but then starting to teach guitar. In that time, maybe a year or two, that's where the refereeing thing came in. So anyway, yeah, just an interesting thing. If you guys want to go over there and say hi to the guy who's talking over it and just pointing out the rules, then yeah, you can do. And that is me over there doing those. And yeah, you'll see if there are any. I mean, I guess it might be good for you guys to go over there and see if you even understand what I'm talking about, if you don't know about football or soccer, as you call it in the USA, and whether you can see that what I'm saying is objectively true for the decision that should have been made given the footage that we're looking at and then the law that I'm quoting and showing on screen. So I guess that's always my aim, is to explain it in such a way that you don't need to be a qualified referee or a football fan to see that what you're seeing on screen is a contradiction to the rules that have been supplied. And the whole game is being refereed to these rules. So if they contradict each other, and like I said, some clubs can miss out on millions of pounds on one decision, you think, well, somebody's got to say that, well, no, that's incorrect. You can't make that decision because you're contradicting the rules. So anyway, there we go. Now, the other thing that I was thinking today, because I set up that channel that I thought would just kind of be out there, nobody would watch it, I was thinking it might actually help in the long run. And the side project that I've got that I can't really mention because it's going to cause, unfortunately, this channel to kind of hit a brick wall, as it has done the 2 times that I've mentioned it before. But I was thinking that if I have a third channel that is nothing to do with anything, it might throw off the algorithm, because obviously I've used the same email address and it knows that it's me that set up that particular channel, I guess third channel now. I'm hoping that maybe the algorithm will look at that and think, oh, it's football refereeing, nothing to do with potentially telling people what's going on in the music industry, from which YouTube makes a hell of a lot of money. So I'm going to keep an eye on the main channel now and see whether that's had any effect, because like I said today, we've now got to 521,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And yeah, we've managed to get to that point in, I don't know, has it been about a week? Maybe about a week. So maybe back to normal. which would be good. So it might have a knock-on effect of actually making things better on this channel, weirdly. So anyway, I will jump into the donations. Thank you guys for these. Paul has donated $5.21, and the message is 521,000 subscribers. Now I get the link, and it says, most excellent. Please spike the likes. All y'all. Peace, love, and rock. So thank you for that. And Totoro Porco has donated $5 as well and says, your pitch analysis is perfectly named for football pitch. That is correct. I didn't even think of that. See, you can tell the amount of thought that went into the other thing. I just wanted to have something online that people could reference if anybody would ever watch it. Totoro Porco also donated $2 and said, authentic referee or plus authentic vocals. So thank you for that. And I shouldn't even be saying that. I should just say like AV or side project or something, because I'm sure the algorithm knows about the other channel and you know when I say things. But thank you for that. And Malteser has donated $4.99. Thank you for that. And the message is, edit your football vid to mention your music channels. Get more subs. So thank you for that. Yeah, I don't think it isn't. I'm not trying to kind of pull one audience over to another channel. That's just something that, like I said, you know, when it's something that I know a lot about, it's very difficult for me to sit back and see things being put out there that aren't objectively correct or something. I don't know. It's just my analytical brain just doesn't like to constantly be seeing things. This is the problem, actually, that I mean, I haven't, obviously you guys know that I haven't got time to spend, you know, lots of time on another channel. It just have to be something that's very quick indeed. But if I did have a lot of time, I would make a video on how the VAR system is fundamentally flawed with the frame rate that the cameras use in order to capture the information, and the player models that they load into the software being inaccurate. And yeah, there are lots of things that I could explain from a technical standpoint as to why the decisions that are being made with technology now, actually, they could well be wrong because of the way that it is set up. And the fact that they're using cameras that are just HD cameras, not 4K cameras or 8K. They should be getting the most detailed cameras, and again, this is the most watched league in the world. They've got the money to do it. They should be getting the most detailed cameras they can possibly get to analyze offside. For example, when they draw a line on the screen, when they're zooming in and looking at the image, it shouldn't be a blur so that you can't even see where the player's foot is. It's just like, yeah, if you've got black boots on, it will just be like a blur of black and then green of where the pitch is. You don't know where his toe is, where the edge of his foot is. So, yeah, they should be using cameras that are massively more detailed or have the capability to have a higher pixel ratio and density. But again, they don't. So, again, this is my analytical nature. I think, well, if you are going to be making decisions that could cost millions of pounds to football clubs, you've got to be sure that what you're saying is correct and what you're saying is true. Because if it isn't, yeah, well, potentially someone like me might have to point it out and tell people that, unfortunately, the technology isn't fit for purpose. Well, imagine that video. That'd be a bit of a bombshell, considering how popular football is in the UK. So, yeah, well, but like I said, I don't have the time to do videos like that, but only very quick ones if anything pops up or my dad mentions anything to me, because I don't have time to sit down and watch football either, or see lots of decisions that are going wrong. I guess just the main ones that pop up that I can see that is fundamentally incorrect. So, yeah, thank you for those donations. And I think there was maybe a donation over in the PayPal window. So I will just jump over there. And, oh yeah, there was one, and it's Howard, who's donated £3.58. So thank you for that, Howard. And the message is, hi Phil, Paul McCartney and many artists have put out an album called Is This What You Want? To protest the UK's government proposed changes to copyright law, and Paul is concerned AI is taking over and does not want it to happen as it hurts artists' careers. Is that great to hear, Phil? So thank you for that. And yes, indeed, I did a video on this topic, but also I mentioned this. Is this what you want? And the fact that a lot of people had signed up to that, and it's something that you can just go online and sign up to, showing your support for it. And that's something that I did. So I'm very much a supporter of that, and I think it is true that we've got to be careful with it. There are lots of cases going on at the moment, court cases to do with AI, and I think whichever way you cut it, it is the fact that copyrighted material has been taken and used without permission to then train AI models, and then the AI models are coming up with their creations that are just taking all of the creations of every artist and band that the AI has been fed with. So it's just a massive breach of copyright law, unfortunately, and anything that we can do to try and just get control of it would be good, because it's I've said this in multiple videos, it's just way out of control at the moment, but hopefully we better get a little bit more control of it over the coming weeks and months and years. Who knows? But thank you for that donation. It is certainly good news, I think, for just music in general. But Karen's donated £5.90. Thank you for that. And the message is, "Hi Phil, I can see you as a referee. The music industry definitely needs one. You. Speaking of which, it seems like its auto-tune A440 obsession has erased all genres and now it's all one process lump. Your thoughts, and if you were the ref, what would you do?" Thanks, Karen. So, if I were the ref, I'd be doing what I am doing with my side project, just letting everybody know what's going on, because that's all it comes down to. I mean, when we're talking about football, that is a competition, which means that it's not something that's seen as being artistic. So you could have one team who put the ball in the goal and they're now 1-0 up, but then you've got another team who do a really nice dance, so you award them a goal. That's not how it works in football. So the fact that it's a competition means it has to have strict rules. So then when there are strict rules that then aren't being applied, obviously I think, how is that happening? How has that even got to the point where the rules that are written down aren't applied? So it's very much, it's so much easier when it is a competition, because you can say, right, in the video that I did, it shows the video of one player holding another player, and in the rules it says that it's a free kick, a direct free kick, if one player holds another player. So you think, well, that's an open and shut case. We can all see, and it just so happens that he was not only holding the player, but he pulled him to the ground, and they fell over each other because he was basically on his back. So it wasn't even holding, it was like giving the other player a piggyback and then tripping him up, and that was given not only by the referee as not a foul, but by VAR, the guy looking at it on the screen. He also said it wasn't a foul. But this is where I circle in the laws how it is a foul. Anyway, with the music industry, I think because it's an art form, music is an art form, all you can do is just be honest about it and tell people what's happening, because I think everyone deserves the right to decide what they want to listen to and what they want to look at, but at least know what you're looking at. It's the same with AI. If somebody's watching a video, they have the right to know what they are watching, that it's not an AI creation, that it's something that's been genuinely created by humans and actors. So, I think it's just openness, transparency, honesty. That's all you can really hope for in the music industry. So, thank you for that. Right. Now, 171 Race Car is donated $5. So thank you for that. And the message is, I think it says, I can see it says 1. I'm going to go with number 1. Does it say on that? So thank you for that. And Malteser donated again, $4.99. The message is, speaking of promotion, please mention your merch and CD on your live stream and videos. You keep forgetting. So thank you for that. I think this is why I don't do sponsored videos, or I don't mention things during my analysis videos, because I think it does interrupt the flow of the point of the video. I think, in analysis videos, I don't know, it doesn't really sit well with me to mention about Patreon and the people that make it all possible. I don't know, maybe because I've never mentioned it in an analysis video ever. So, I know some people would say, but in order to keep moving forward and being able to keep doing the videos, obviously, I need support, but I'm very wary of kind of doing that, to say, people, please go over to Patreon and support me and all that kind of stuff. I think if people want to do that, then it's great and it's very much appreciated. And on the live streams, obviously this is different to the analysis videos, so on the live streams I mention it, but in the analysis videos, it's just really about the band or the artist that I'm looking at, and the analysis and the data that we're looking at as well. So as for the merch and the CD, I think people know on the live streams that you can head over to wingsofpegasus.com, and my music is over there if you want to download it or get a CD or anything like that. So thank you for that. And we are going to be, let me just go to the stream settings, because we are going to be having a Phil Jam at the end of the live stream, which is closing in. So we are at 363 likes. Thank you guys for that. And thank you for hitting the thumbs up. If you're watching this in the future on catch up, then you can keep on hitting the thumbs up. Really does help this live stream to get out there a little bit more, and for the channel to grow on the whole. Now, quickly, Cardboard Jace says, Phil, do you think it's possible to earn a comfortable living just teaching guitar lessons alone, in person and online one-to-one group? So thank you for that. And that's what I did for... How many years did I do that for? I don't know, for many years. So when I first started, I was teaching guitar on behalf of a shop. So there were actually 2 guitar teachers, and we basically rotated our schedules. And we had quite a lot of students. On a Sunday, I would do 14 half-an-hour lessons, and that they were back to back. I didn't even have a break, and I think this is what happens when you need to make money. You think, well, if I can do that amount of lessons, and at that point I was getting, I think, £7.50 per lesson. So that would be kind of, I remember, like close to 100. I can't do the maths now, but it was close to £100 that I could earn just by cramming everyone into a Sunday, because kids were off school, and it had the potential to get a lot of people into that day. And I used to actually open up the shop myself, because I would start teaching before the shop was even open, just trying to make the most of the time and earn as much money as I possibly could. So the rest of the time during the weekdays, I would generally start teaching. Occasionally there'd be maybe a couple of days where I'd go in the morning at maybe 11 or 12, because there would be more adults that were learning, might have been retired, for example. So those kinds of students I looked at or taught them during the day, and looked at loads of different songs and things that they wanted to learn to play. Then you had the after school afternoon time, where you would generally then have kids that you're teaching, and then evening time, again, it would be more kind of the adults that were wanting to learn to play, because I think I would teach till maybe 9, half 9, maybe even 10 o'clock. So again, it's just fitting as many students. I think that's the problem with teaching guitar, is first of all getting the students in the first place, but then advertising as much as you can. And we did have a site here that you could kind of register as a teacher and give your background and everything that you've done. And I did that, where you then get students that are considered now private, and I used to drive around and teach people guitar as well. So yeah, if you can get the students, then yeah, you can absolutely make a living from it. And by the way, when I say that I made £7.50 per lesson, that's because it was on behalf of a shop. I wasn't doing it privately. If I were doing it privately, then back in those days I would have been getting double the money, like £15 per lesson. And then after that, with the rises in the cost of everything, it then went up to £20 a lesson. So yeah, that was then I was getting £10 per lesson for half an hour. But even still, that's like, for half an hour, that's £20 an hour. So you think, well, that's pretty good. So yeah, I'd say you definitely can make a living. But you might have to work a lot of hours, but that's the same as anything. You say, well, can you make a living, kind of following your dream or whatever? It's like, you can, but you have to put in a hell of a lot of hours to do it. I think, with teaching guitar, you can make enough money to be comfortable and still have maybe a couple of days off at the weekend. It just so happened that weekends are very good times to make more money, because people aren't at work or at school if you're teaching kids. So anyway, yeah, thank you for that. We are going to be jumping into, it looks like, Free Fallin', my version of the Tom Petty classic. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, she's crazy about Elvis, loves horses and a boyfriend too. And it's a long day living in Reseda, and there's a freeway running through the yard. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart. And I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling. All the vampires walking through the valley move west and down Ventura Boulevard. And all the bad boys standing in the shadows, and the good girls are home with broken hearts. And I'm free, free falling. Yeah, I'm free, free falling.
And there we have it. That's my version of Free Fallin. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So now we're going to be jumping into Picture Corner because we do have something over in there that we need to take a look at. And what I should have done really is set this up before I then jumped in to Picture Corner. But let me see if I can do a very quick screen grab of this. I don't know where this is going to actually show up. Oh, and that's what's happened. Right, so we're a little bit... What's going on there? We're too big and we need to be moved over to the left. Oh, let me see if I can find this. Is it that one? No. Where's the screen grab gone? It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Right, now. There we go. So, here we go. This is from Connie, by the way, and it says an AV, which is here, an AV trucker style cap has eased its way into my husband's cap collection. I wonder if he knows anything about that or not. And it says it has a mesh back and foam front with a mesh liner. So there we go. Yeah, one of those trucker type hats promoting authenticity in singing and vocals, not to mention exactly what it stands for. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for sending that one in, Connie, and thank you, Laura, for linking me to this picture. And yeah, you can head over to the Dashery store. There's a link in the description below if you want to get your hands on any merchandise for the side project, which that is, or any of the Wings of Pegasus merchandise as well. So I was just thinking, there's no refereeing merchandise, unfortunately. You have to do without that. But there we go. That is that. Let's get rid of that. Get out of Picture Corner. And now we are going to be jumping into the Fill Jam, and it's going to be Fill Jam number 310. Let's grab this here. Right. Now, again, I'm listening to this out of a laptop, so whatever happens, happens. As for the levels, can't really do much about it. Hopefully, I'll be able to hear it. We've got cool, mysterious, melodic rock backing track in G minor from YT Jam Tracks. That's a capital Y, capital T. How long is this? It's 7 minutes and 24. Right, we better get on with this. Let me know if this is okay, if you can hear it. Am I turning up that far? What's going on here? Sound! That's why the mic wasn't on. Can you hear this now? There we go. That was it. That was cool. That was it. That was cool, mysterious, melodic rock backing track in G minor from YT Jam Tracks. That's YT in capital letters for YouTube. So there we go. Yeah, thank you, Joe, for sending me that. It was Phil Jam number 310. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up and ensuring that we do and did have a Phil Jam at the end of the live stream. I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night, so look out for that one. 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, as always. And I know in some places around the world that the clocks are changing. It doesn't happen here till the end of the month, but make sure that you do check the time in London, England, if you are watching the live streams, so that you do tune in at the right time, because if your clocks change and then you do it at the same time that you normally watch, obviously it'll be out of sync. So look out for the video tomorrow night. I'm going to be here with another live stream on Tuesday night, of course, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So let me just make sure that everything is up to date. I think there was another donation in the PayPal window, and Karen donated £4, so thank you for that. And the message was, Phil, just for fun, from which would you choose? Skydiving from a high altitude plane or exploring the ocean floor in a submarine, and why? Thanks for all you do, Karen. Right, I'll do a very quick answer. I don't know, unless I was being forced to do those things, my life depended on it, I wouldn't do either of those. So it depends. The ocean floor and the submarine, if it's safe, I'd say that if everything is safe and everything is properly tested and has a history of being reliable, then probably the submarine is the safest thing to go, because if you jump out of the plane and then your parachute fails and then your backup fails, you can't do a lot at that point. I know that if your submarine fails, then you can't do a lot at that point either. But I don't know. I would hope that unless it was a venture that was something that was new in the field of submarines and things, that there've got to be less people that have died from going on a submarine that is safe than, maybe people that skydived. What if your cord gets caught up in your shirt or something and you can't get to it? Anyway, but I do neither of those things. Right, so anyway, yes, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And let me just double check over on the super chat window if there has been. Oh, Mortiza donated $4.99 and says, every single YouTuber's mention merch and sponsors will still respect you even if you have sponsors. So yeah, thank you for that. And I'm not every YouTuber. I just don't want to do that. I think it's, for me personally, I'd much rather just keep the videos focusing on what I'm talking about. And yeah, I'm lucky at the moment that the people at the bottom of the screen allow me to still do what I do. Of course, yeah, you can get involved yourselves. It is very much appreciated, but I don't want to kind of force anyone to do it. As long as I've got the support from the people at the bottom of the screen, then it allows me to make the videos without having to worry about kind of chasing sponsorships or putting random things in my videos. I know people say, oh yeah, but you could earn a lot of money doing it. For me, it's about what the videos are like, the experience of people watching an analysis video. I know that if I watch somebody else's video and then an advert, they start talking about something that's totally unrelated, I think, what's going on here? And I think, well, people watching my videos would have that same effect, that same opinion. I suddenly started talking about, a mobile phone app where you can get a custom skin, is what they're called, for a character, and if you get to level 5 then you'll unlock 50 coins. People go, what? It's like you've walked into an alternate universe where I'm talking, you've watched an analysis, or you think you're watching an analysis video, and you're now finding out about a mobile game and getting 50 coins for getting to level 5. So I can do without the sponsorship and the extra money. I'd rather at least keep the experience of my channel how I would want it if I'm watching somebody else's channel. So Anyway, yeah, thank you for that. Right, all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys at tomorrow night's video. See you then. Rock!